So today we are going to look at factorizing. It's our last lesson or new lesson, factorizing, and this time we're going to factorizing algebraic fraction. Okay, things that look like that. Okay? Now we had looked at things like that before, but we never, and we kind of simplified them. Okay, but we didn't use factorization. So this time we're going to use factorizing them in order to eventually simplify. Okay? So really what I will ask you to, when you get something like that in the test, you'll be asked to simplify. Okay? And simplify, if you think about it, is actually not factorizing, but we're going to factorizing in order to simplify them. It will make sense now, you'll see. So the bottom one, there's nothing we can do with x, it's just one term, so we're going to leave it on its own. We look at the top, okay? We need to factorize that top. So we're looking, this is the simple kind of factorization. We find a common factor. Okay? X squared and 2x, the common factor is simply x. Okay? And then we open brackets x, because x times x is x squared. And the second term is 2x times 2 is 2x. Right? Now what can we do now? Okay, look at this. We've got x times x plus 2 divided by x. So now I can cross cancel these two x's. And all I'm left with is x plus 2. And you can probably agree with me that this x plus 2 is much more simple than that. Okay? So we simplify it. We use factorization. This is factorization. We turn x squared plus 2x to some x times x plus 2. And we cross cancel, we simplify. Let's do another one. Okay, 4x squared plus 4x. How can we simplify it? Well, first of all, leave the 2x in the denominator. You can see that the common factor now is 4x. Okay. So we're going to have, how do I go from 4x to 4x squared? I need to multiply it by x. 4x is already 4x, so I'm just going to do plus 1. Right? And now what can I cross cancel? I can cross cancel the x. And then 4 divided by 2 is the same as 2 divided by 1. So what I get is 2x plus 1. Now, if I was asked to factorize, that would be the answer. I wasn't asked to factorize, I was asked to simplify, so then I need to FOIL at the end. Okay, so the answer will be 2x plus 2. Okay, so that's the first simple kind of way of these kind of exercises. Let's move on to something more complicated. Okay, now we're looking at some more complicated things. So we've got some action going on in the denominator, but also some stuff going on here at the bottom. So we're going to start by trying to factorize the top and the bottom separately. Let's look at the top. What kind of common factor we can find out, okay? This is 8b power 8 minus 16b power 9. So I'm definitely going to have 8 there, 8 and 16. I've got 8. And I've got b to the power of 8, because that's the smallest one. So now when I open the brackets, I'm going to have 1 times that will give you that, minus 2b. Okay, because 2b times 8b power 8 will give you 16b power 9. Dividing it. Okay, what can I take here? I've got 8b power 9 minus 4b power 8. So I'm definitely going to have 4b to the power of 8, which is the smallest out of the two. Right, what will I have in the brackets here? So I'm going to have, how do I go from 4b power 8 to 8b power 9? Well, I'm going to have 2, turn the 4 into 8, and I'll have b. Okay, alright, minus, here I've got 4b 8 power 8, already have it, so it's minus 1. Fantastic, so there's already a couple of things I can do. I can cancel the 4 and the 8, I'll get 1 and 2. b power 8, that cross cancel, so all I'm left here is 2. Okay, so I'm going to have 2. Now check this, I've got 1 minus 2b divided by 2b minus 1. Remember that looks familiar, right? It's what these swappings. So they're almost the same, but they're not exactly the same. So I need to swap one or the other. But when I swap one, I need to put a minus sign. So let's just swap that top one. Okay, it will work if we swap the minus one, the bottom one. So I'm going to write, instead of 1 minus 2b, I'm going to write 2b minus 1. But the price I have to pay, if you remember, what do I have to do? Correct, I have to put a minus sign in front of that brackets. Okay, so I need to multiply by minus 1. So I'm going to divide that by 2b minus 1. This one I don't want to swap. I just want to swap one of them. Okay? Right. Now, why did I just want to swap one of them? Because now I've got 2b minus 1 divided by 2b minus 1. I can cross cancel it. And all I'm left with is minus 2. I definitely simplify this ugly fraction to just a simple number. Who would believe? Just minus 2. Let's do another one. Similar thing. No, this actually will be something else. Let's have a look at this. So, 4n squared minus 9. Okay? That should also ring a bell. We have a difference of a square. So I'm going to write it like this. It's 2n squared minus 3 squared. I just wrote this as a square of two pure numbers, or not numbers but terms. Divided. Okay, here I've got 4n squared plus 6n. That's not a difference over the square. But just I've got a normal factor I can take, which is 2n. Right? 2n is a factor of 4n squared and 6n. Then I'll open brackets and I'll write, from 2n to 4n squared I need to multiply it by 2n. From 2n to 6n I need to add 3 here. Okay? So let's have a look. Now this one I'm going to write as we learned in that lesson about the difference of a square. It's going to be 2n plus 3 times 2n minus 3. And of course I have to still divide it by what I've got in the denominator, which is 2n plus 3. Okay, now you can see when we factorize the whole fraction. Why are we factorizing it? Really, I didn't say. Why are we factorizing these? Because I was asked to simplify it. Well, when I'm factorizing it, I've got one term times one term divided by one term and another term. And now I can cross cancel. When I've got something plus or minus something divided by something plus something, I can't start cross cancelling. I can only cross cancelling when they're multiplied by each other. So now I'm going to cross cancel 2m3, 2m3. Because 2m3 divided by 2m3 is 1. And my answer will be 2m minus 3 divided by 2m. Okay? Now, what I will do now, okay, I think, and that would be the right thing, is to do something we learned in grade 8. Yeah, I remember we were sitting next with my class, okay? Sitting outside next to the tree, and I was showing you that what we can do is divide this into those two terms. So 2m divided by 2m is 1 minus 3 over 2m. So that's really how it will be completely simplified. Right, let's move on to the last really tricky ones. Right, last two exercise, more difficult, I'll be honest with you. So I've got x squared minus 5x plus 6, x squared minus 7x plus 12, dividing by each other, okay? What I can't do, I cannot cross cancel x squared and x squared. You cannot do that, okay? We can only cross cancel terms if I have term times term divided by term divided by term. Term divided by term. And you can't cross cancel when we add them together. It just doesn't work like that. So what I need to do is factorize the top and the bottom. Okay, now these made out of these three terms, they're called trinomials. I didn't really mention that word trinomials. Okay, it means tri. There's three terms. Okay? So let's use that. Okay, so x squared minus 5x plus 6. So I know it's going to be x and x in the brackets, okay, because x times x is x squared. I need to think about two numbers. If I multiply them, I get 6. If I add them, I get minus 5. Those two numbers are minus 2, minus 3. Okay, minus 2 times minus 3 is 6. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Okay, divided by, right, now again, x and x. Now the two numbers need to multiply to 12, and they need to add up to minus 7. The answer will be minus 2, minus 5. Yep. Sorry, minus 2, minus 6. Okay? Is that right? No, that's not right. That's not right. Let's just think about it. Okay? So then multiply to 12, that'll be minus 4, minus 3. Okay, I think I got it right now. Okay? Minus 4 times minus 3 is 12. Minus 4 minus 3 is minus 6. Now, what can we do? Okay, what are x minus 3, x minus 3? Now I can cross cancel because I've multiplied these two terms. Okay? And the answer is x minus 2 divided by x minus 4. Now at this point, there's nothing else I can do. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay? That's as simplified as it can be. Let's have a look at the second one. Okay. 3x times x plus 1 minus 2x plus 1 divided by x squared minus 1. Now, I think what some people will do, if I ask you to simplify, what people will do is say, so we said simplify means foiling, so I should start foiling. 3x squared plus 3x minus 2x. If you do that, you will simplify a little bit, but you're not going to get to the answer they want. It's not going to be as simplified as it can be. Here, you actually first of all have to factorize. So you know how sometimes they tell you if you want to go forward, sometimes you need to take a step back. Okay? Let's say there's an obstacle here and you can't go through it. You'll have to maybe step back a bit, move a bit to the side, and then move forward. That's what we've got to do here. And how do you know to do it? It's experience. It's a little bit of instinct that you develop with the experience. So if you just foil here, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? What you want to do is actually factorize. And there's a type of factorization here. You guys are quite good at that, and that's grouping. You see x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 1. It's not even grouping. It's just normal factorization. We've got x plus 1 and x plus 1. So I'm going to take that as a common factor. Then in brackets, I'm going to write down the terms that words that attach to the x plus 1. So I've got 3x and minus 2x. Okay? So I'm going to have 3x minus 2. Okay? Remember, that's the first lesson we did. And I'm going to divide that by x squared minus 1. That's the difference of a square. That's not a problem. X plus 1, x minus 1. And you see where I'm going to. Okay? I've got x plus 1 and x plus 1. So now I can cross cancel it. And the answer is 3x minus 2 over x minus 1. Okay? Now, I just want to show you, just before we finish, what would have happened if we just foiled? Just to kind of show you that it wouldn't have led us in the right way. So if I foil this, I would say, okay, I'll tie that by that and that by that. 3x squared plus 3x. And I'll tie this by that and this by that. Minus 2x minus 2 divided by, let's say you do the same thing here. So x plus 1 times x minus 1. Now, I'll write the answer as, okay, I'll simplify what I can here. So 3x squared plus 3x minus 2x is plus x minus 2 divided by x plus 1, x minus 1. Now, you tell me, guys, I mean, right now there's nothing else I can do. Okay, this is an x squared, this is x. Can't take any factor out, and I can't cross cancel as I did here. So you probably will agree with me that this is more simplified than that. Okay? That's why we didn't really want to, this is just basically leading us the wrong way. We have to factorize and then simplify. Okay guys, I hope that helped. I'll see you in the next lesson.